welcome to this live stream. How are y'all doing? I'm doing great. I just went on a little walk before this live stream, and I'm ready to get back to the writing. Hello, Misha. Hello, Nina. Yes, it's a great day. Whether you're just starting out your Sunday or you're already, let me think. What time is 3 p.m. for me? Is that 2/3 of my day or like 3/5 of my day? I woke up at 10. So I've only been awake for 5 hours. It feels like much longer than that. But like, hello, Zainab. Hi. Oh my gosh, is this the first time I've seen you on my stream? If it's not, sorry, I don't remember. But if it is, hello. Yes, I'm so excited for the stream. I was literally sitting here before it started, being like, because I was like, just ready to go. I don't have much in the way of an idea of what I'm going to do during this sprint, but I'm open to figuring it out. Oh, good. Then welcome. Earlier this morning, I've been working on Project Faye, and I got about, let me think, somewhere around 600 words. I got 2,000 in Project Faye yesterday, which is a very good number for me, but like, I don't expect to hit that today. I guess for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I will explain a little bit about Project Faye, or like who I am as a writer. Oh, and by the way, if you hear the wind, if the wind is too loud, let me know. It's a very windy day in Germany, and that's where I am. And the window over there, I can shut it. Just give me an idea. How's the wind level? Is my voice coming through okay? Nina just ordered some food. Ooh, what did you order? Okay, I'm gonna guess. Is it pizza? Is it tacos? Is it Taco Bell? You don't hear any wind? Great. That means StreamYard has a good noise canceling feature. Misha has about 50 pages that I need to format for publishing. It's publishing? Do you self-publish your own books? That's so awesome. And you still want to write something for Camp Nano. Wow. That's so ambitious. I hope you can get everything you want to get done today. And you didn't notice the wind until you mentioned it. It's more like white noise. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. So yes, a little bit about me. I'm Grayson, as you can see. And I'm currently writing Project Faye, which is a YA fantasy romance situation. This book has Renaissance vibes. And today I actually just figured out how to incorporate actual Fae into the plot. I did that outlining this morning, and I was like, because I had a brainwave, and I was like, oh my god, this is so hilarious, because it also incorporates one of the love interests, and so it was like perfect. So yeah, that's what I figured out this morning. I am getting close to the 50,000 word mark in the first draft. Currently I have 52,000, but that is including the outline, which is around 8,000-ish words today. There's a lot of lore and world building and notes that me and my partner have created for this project, because this project is co-created. Yes, but I'm the one who's writing it. So that's how that dynamic works. And so like I can see, I don't really remember what the midpoint is. I know we've thought of it, but it is in sight. I can like sense it is just like a few chapters away, but it's probably like 5 chapters away, which means another 15,000 words, which is quite long, but It's just if we're strapped, it can be as long as or as short as it needs to be. Nina had tacos yesterday. We ordered maki, and what is maki? Is maki a fish? I think is maki a type of sushi? Maki and ramen. Oh my gosh. You know what? You know what I miss being in Germany? I miss the really nice Wegmans grocery store sushi. So bad. I haven't tried to get sushi in Germany yet. And I'm also in a very small town, so I don't expect it to be very good. But I know there is a sushi place in the town where I am. So, like, maybe my resolve will break. But I really miss the sushi I was having back home. Misha does self-publish. This is for a client. Okay. Well, it might be both. But also, if your laptop's overheating, you probably know what to do. Just put something under it that's not gonna. It's not like a blanket that won't burn. In Austria, it was windy, and now the wind's almost gone. Taking the wind from Germany. The winds. If you're because I am very close to the Austrian border, it might have actually traveled upwards, like this wind weather thing. Because like something else about wind here, I've never heard. So I'm from North Carolina. I'm from the United States, and I have never heard wind like roar down the street, or like we're kind of on a hill, kind of near the mountains, but like the wind like just like roars down the road, and I'm like, what is going on? Like I've never heard like wind like how like be personified like this, and it's just crazy to me. It sounds like it's like at night it's like a demon. Like it's so loud and so like haunting. It's really cool though. Thank you. The midpoint, like I can sense. I can't reach out and grab it yet, but it's in the distance. Like it's floating down towards me. Like a soap bubble, like a balloon. I'm not really sure, but like almost it will come to me. You live close to the hill and the wind can get so loud. Yeah, I guess it's just like the type of landscape around, because where I live in North Carolina, it's not mountainy. It's not like, it's pretty like, it's not even that high above sea level, I guess. So it's just like the wind is just wind and not a thing. Zaina, don't say that. I'm in a foreign country living by myself. Don't say that. How am I liking Germany? Germany is a country. The vibe, really like it. The thing that enabled me to come here, which is my internship, not the biggest fan, but that's just how internships are. But everything else, except for my internship, has been wonderful. Food, amazing, especially the pretzels and even the beer. And I wouldn't say I'm a beer person, but I like German beer. The landscape, I went to Füssen, which is going to be like a town that means nothing to probably everyone watching, but like some very good hiking opportunities, outdoor experiences. Love the train system. Train system makes a lot of places accessible, especially if you don't have a car like me. It's great. Also, weather's great. I know, right? Hold on, I can actually look at it right now. How hot is it? How humid is it in North Carolina right now? Currently, where I am, it is 667 and 50% humidity. In North Carolina, it is 78 with 84% humidity. And only getting hotter because it's morning over there. You're good. You're good. There's a reason why Cape Town is called the Cape of Storms. In the olden days, the wind would sink ships and snap masts. Wow. That is powerful, powerful wind. And also, if you live, I'm assuming from this, like, you live in the south of Africa, and also not South of Africa, South Africa. Yes. Is that what that country is named? It's not just a region, it's an actual country. And I'm wondering, like, because I'm assuming you might also live in Cape Town, you should write a pirate book with wind as a antagonist. I think that would be cool. The Deutsche Bahn is notorious for being late. Is it notorious? You know, I have been on the trains frequently, and I'd say they're like no more than 10 minutes late, and they like pick up the delay as they're going. But I mean, like, as someone who literally has no other way to get around, I think they're fantastic. It is a country. Good. Nita couldn't imagine not having trains everywhere in Austria. We also have a great train system. I'm so baffled when I'm somewhere where it's not that way. Yeah. Yeah, just if I wanted to take a train in the United States, the train from DC to Raleigh is, I think, 8 hours when you could get there in 4 or 5 by car. And it's just like, what little trains there are they barely go anywhere. So yeah, I'm more in our car-centric country, but stuff makes that not something that can be changed anytime soon. Okay, South Africa is a country, Southern Africa is a region. Got it. Good. Friends, let me pull up my timer. I did not do that before I joined the stream, but that is all right. I shall do it behind the scenes and try to talk at the same time, which works sometimes. Okay, share screen. Oh, not that. Share this one. Okay. Our sponsor for today is Lufthansa, because why wouldn't it be? Because we're talking about Germany so much. And friends, I want to remind you that my timer ending sound is a bird song. So if you hear birds in 15 minutes, like this, that means the sprint is over. And I need some water. So now is also a good time to start the first sprint. And so, yeah, use this first sprint to like figure out what you're gonna do, set your intention for the rest of this live stream, get yourself a snack, some water, maybe some tea if it's morning for you. Yeah, do whatever preparation you need to do to get ready for the rest of these sprints today. And I will see you guys in 15 minutes, starting in... Oh, hold on. Hello, Lady Neo. You did just make it. I woke up your cats. Well, your cats are going to be woken up again in 15 minutes. Starting up in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, my friends, that was the end of the first sprint. Don't mind me just getting raisins out of my teeth. Hello. How was that for y'all? My mic is on, right? Yes, I'm on. Okay. Yeah, I will figure out how much I did. I did a little bit. I also had a snack and used the bathroom. I got 198 words in that time. It was pretty good. Pretty good. I have lots of fun writing the descriptions of clothing. And in this book, there are a lot of another reason. In this book, there are a lot of events, like social events and parties. So having to think of unique attire for each event that is also unique to the society has been interesting. I feel like we're not to ball gown territory yet, but that will come later on in the draft. I feel like Myra, my main character, she's wearing clothes that she likes, but she's not really realized her final form in terms of like currently she's wearing pants and a shirt to this convention kind of thing, but she hasn't reached her final form. Like, this is the dress. Like, this is like the best piece of clothing I've ever seen in my life. She hasn't gotten there yet. I know what it is. But yeah. She's worn something yellow, and she's worn pants and shirts that have been in nice colors, like greens and pinks and blues. She's not there, like in her like, this is the ultimate what I'm envisioning for like when eventually there is like an actual grand ballroom, if there even is one. She hasn't quite reached there yet, but I'm excited for that. Wow. A lot of things, a lot of very productive. Zainab spent some time freshening up and giving yourself pep talks. The chapter's gonna be a hard time. You can do it, Zainab. I believe in you. Maybe talk about why it's giving you a hard time, and then maybe you can like talk through your difficulty. Lane, you got 371 words, which is quite a lot for 15 minutes. Well done. And now you have 11 and a half pages to type up to go. Woo! I'm excited for you. Ina's not so patiently waiting for food, but you open your document, which is good. That's important. Yeah. Did I ask a question? I had a question in my mind. I don't know if I said it, but is anyone doing Camp Nano like explicitly this summer? Like, do you have like a thing you're trying to do every day or like a goal? I like me. In theory, yes. I would love to officially commit myself to Camp Nano, but no. And if you guys don't know what Camp Nano is, it's a offshoot of NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, in which you try to write 50,000 words in a month. Camp Nano happens in April and July, and it is a like choose your own adventure kind of writing project situation. And I'm not doing that officially, but I am going to try to like write something every day. Zainab's chapter is hard because if you completely scrap a few chapters, however your brain is still in edit. Oh, okay. That makes sense. You're still in editing mode, so going back to drafting can be like a difficult like mind switch. I understand that. Yeah. Maybe I was just like, I don't know. What is your second comment? Oh, you are doing Camp Nano. Your goal is to edit 31 chapters, since 1 chapter a day. What did you do to yourself? You set yourself an ambitious goal, and there's no reason that you can't accomplish this. The only thing holding you back is fear of trying. But to this comment, maybe go back and like read some of the chapters you like and try to get back into the voice, and just like allow yourself to write really badly, or switch the font, or like what you said, just like talk out loud, like, okay, what could happen in this chapter? Why don't I like it? What could I do to fix it? Like, what is the point of this chapter? And like, what do I want to achieve? Things like that. Nina is kind of doing Camp Nano, but not really. We had a goal of 17K. We don't have a set project it has to be in. I feel like that's a good way to approach Camp Nano. I would write every day in Project Faye if I could. However, because this project is co-created, I logistically cannot and should not write in it every day, because if I do, my partner will be so far behind in like notes, not notes, but like in the reading part of things, that when he's giving me feedback on like chapters 10 and 11, I'll be in like chapter 20 by that point, and it's just not a good situation. So I need to like pace myself with that. Currently I am working on chapter 13, and he still needs to read 11 and 12, which I don't feel like is that much work, but it is like 8,000-ish words. No, it's probably like 7,000. So like, yeah, just waiting for now. And I will probably switch to Project Popstar tomorrow. And if you don't know what Project Popstar is, I revamped this project recently on my channel. And I have a whole, not a whole, but like, there's a playlist. I wouldn't recommend watching the first 2 videos in it because they kind of don't make any sense. They only make sense to me. And so the 3rd video in that playlist is the most recent one. And I like revived it and figured out what the heck I'm going to do with Project Popstar. And yeah. You did talk aloud to yourself when working through chapters. Good. I find it's a good method. Your food arrived? That's amazing. I had tortellini for lunch, and I am extremely jealous of your sushi and ramen. And I hope it's good. I hope it's good. This is a last stream I commented how I felt awkward drinking out of cups, and so I've increased the awkwardness by having this cup that is the size of my face. It is a German Stein. I speak German, I read German, I know that, but I don't really know what this cup says, because one, this is in Latin, pretty sure, and this script, I think it says Kloster Cheyenne, which is the cloister of that's the name of it. But then like these letters are really small, and I don't know what that says. But it's obviously like a church cathedral. So like it's some kind of religious thing, but I don't really know. I don't really know what it says. It's also really heavy, but it also holds a lot of water, like my entire water bottle's worth of water, and that's why I like it. Gosh, look how big this cup is. Look, if I put it like even, look, imagine if it was this big. Or even this big. Imagine if this cup was this big. I'm just picturing it like, look how big this cup is. Hello, Laura. Hello, good morning. It is wackadoodle time over here. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Look how big this cup is. It is humid. I know. Like here, I'll hold it normally. This is like it's in line with my head. It is nearly my head sized. It's huge. Hi, welcome, Laura. I'm glad you arrived during this bit. It's so funny. How do we feel about jumping into another sprint? We've only been talking for like 10 minutes. It doesn't, well, one, it doesn't feel like 10 minutes. It feels like 4, but here we are. How do we go? I don't know what word just came out of my mouth, but how do we feel about starting the next sprint? And while I allow you to have some chat, some consideration about the time, know that you actually don't have a choice in this matter. But yeah. Sounds good. Then you can eat your food. Great. I will do that. Laura has 3 projects you're working on. 3 right now? I think I know one of them. You got an idea? That's wonderful. Okay, we will jump right into the second sprint, and I will ask you about your projects in a second. Laura, and by second I mean 25 minutes. So let us reconvene in 25 minutes, starting in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Okay, friends, that was the end of our second sprint. And I was right in the middle of a sentence, so I needed to take a second. But hello, I am back. I have quite a few many comments from Laura to read. Okay, so these are about your writing projects. You have a script for a Udemy course, draft 6 of your middle grade draft. Wow, that's pretty far. Props to you. And the first couple chapters of your sci-fi. The Udemy course is on writing descriptive prose, and it keeps getting longer. It's 20. Wow, you're like actually doing this. You're like doing the thing. You're like making your own course. That's so cool. And you're filming it next weekend. You gotta finish figuring out what I say. Yeah, that makes sense that would need to be like pretty planned out. And you're on chapter 7 of draft 6 of Seeds of Doubt, and I would assume this is your horror middle grade. Yes. You're adding a subplot, fleshing out characters, tweaking the midpoint. More upper middle grade now. Okay. And for the sci-fi project, you're partway through chapter 2. I'm having this similar dilemma with my project Popstar, because like I've also tried writing it twice, but I realized I needed to start over and do something else. But I'm working on it. Oh, good. I'm glad you found someone who'd like to read it. You wrote 2 stories yesterday, and you edited a third. You submitted to publications. That's wonderful. It was good. Third try at a script for the first lesson, and started on the second. Also read a manga and a chunky Swedish horror comic. You made a doctor's appointment. Wow, you've done so much, and I hope you continue to do all the things, Laura. All the things. We should fall asleep while meditating, so I guess that was an afternoon nap. You know, that's okay. That's good too. This is not Nina. This is so funny that this is the name of your second channel, not Nina. That's funny. You ate your food and started watching Mandy Lynn's new video. Cool. Santa got 203 words. It's coming along. It is coming along. Why did it send your messages from your other account? Maybe because you refreshed the page and you were signed in to not Nina more recently than Nina. You are still Nina. You fixed it. Yes, good. Dharma was right in the middle of a battle between a vampire and 3 Norse trolls. Wow. Just thinking about vampires and Norse combined. That's really cool. I've never seen that before. That's awesome. And hi, Dharma. I think this is your first time on a live stream of mine. So hello and welcome. And if it's not your first time, still hi, welcome. Nina's tried writing the Vienna fantasy story so many times. I know this. I know you've mentioned it on your stories. Like, I'm loving the vibes, and I think it's worth pursuing. Laura's going to work on your journal this morning. Okay. Lady Neo got 293 words and stopped to eat. That's good. Nourishment is good. Ooh, I have some bread and some avocado hummus spread. I want to make a snack for the next sprint. That's what I'm going to do. But Laura needs to walk Roy, and I assume this is a dog. So go have fun with that. It is your first time. Hi. You missed a bit. Look how big this cup is. Here, I'll do it again. Look how big this cup is. It's huge. It's huge. It's time for you to open your client document during the next sprint. Oh boy. I wish you, I don't know, what is the proper thing to wish? Strength, endurance, productivity, all of those things. Yes, welcome Laura and welcome Dara. Yes, look how big this cup is. I'm in Germany, so this is a Stein. It says something German on the front, and something in Latin, actually. I'm just drinking water, just water. Roy is your dog. Oh, so cute. I have cats. I have cats where I live in North Carolina, and I've been missing them recently, mostly because I'm alone all the time in this apartment. And I'm just like, man, I wish I had someone or something to keep me company, which is why it's really good that I do these live streams so I don't feel like I'm alone all the time. Like you guys were hanging out with me. Hello. Did I call you Shan Shan or just Shan? I think this is also your first time here. Hello. Welcome. It's not difficult work, your client work, but you're just not in the mood to work today. You don't really want to do the work today. That's okay. We all have those days. Yeah. Say hi to Roy. I feel like I had a question I wanted to ask, but I don't remember it. Oh, I was going to talk about what I did for that last sprint. I've done just a little bit more in chapter 13. Let me. How much did I do? Gosh, I'm not sure where I ended. That's the problem. Because. How much did I say? Did I say like 198 last time? I always have this problem with. Figuring out how much I've written for an entire session because I don't like change the font. I just keep going, and I also don't remember how much I've written in the first sprint. But overall today, I have 487 words. So that's good. I'm going to, in the next sprint, I'm definitely going to have a snack. I'm looking forward to that toast with avocado on it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to be like reading my notes, my lore, my world building for Project Faye for the rest of the next sprint. And then we will have our random sprint following. I'm glad you've decided what project to outline. That's great. What is it? Let me know. Misha has to get the layout formatted because you don't want to have it rough Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday, close of business day is your deadline. That makes sense. Oh, right. You were definitely talking about your client work earlier. It was the 50 pages thing that you needed to edit. I remember. Nina says, I think maybe I will do all the outline during camp, so you have the project ready to draft when you have the urge to draft and not outline. Oh, so I see. You must be a plotter, because to plot for 30 days, 31 days? To plot for at least 30 days is a big commitment. But it's also fun. I don't know, like, I like plotting because it feels easy to me. Like, it's like I'm writing a zero draft if I have like an outline, like a plot. Like, here is the rough version of the event that needs to happen. Boom. That's the plot. That's the outline. But if I do that too far into the draft, or if I get too specific with it for too much length, I lose steam and lose momentum. So, like, for example, right now I'm working on Project Faye. I'm, how far am I? I'm 1,500 words into chapter 13, which means this chapter is probably going to be a long one because we're introducing the characters to a like convention of sorts. So it'll be like, like a plotty chapter. It'll probably be around 4,000 when I get there. And after, I might even split it into 2 chapters. I'm not sure. But after this convention thing, I've outlined ish. And outlined, I mean like just a few tiny little paragraphs. Chapter 14 and chapter 15, and then vague ideas for how 15 was going to lead into the rest of the plot. So like I feel like that's as far, like the maximum I can go before I get like, it feels like I've already written it. That's just me though. Nina is a plans are usually, but you were very inconsistent. We'll see. Might end up with 1 project outline, might end up with 5. That's funny. And is your Vienna Fantasy 2, Story 2, not a sequel to same concept, different characters? So it's a companion? Or like a restart? Zainab's a bit of an outliner too, but not so much for scenes. You like to figure out characters and the general plot and let it unfold from there. Yeah, I vibe with that. Specifically I guess my question was, how do you guys feel about outlining? Because I will tell you, in Project Fae, the things that are there are all like elements and not plot. So I have like how the world of Fae and Fae people operate in this universe, how the social structure of the society is, what the city is like, literally like how wide the rings are, and like I have a table of like the distance of like there are 10 rings in this city, and I have to figure, well, not me, I did not figure this out, my partner figured this out for me, but like what is a distance? If like you have 10 concentric rings and the rings are all like totally 100 miles, like how far apart do they have to be to like accommodate the differences in land and like try to divide the area somewhat evenly? It's a bit more complicated than I thought it would be, but I have that figured out. I have a running description of most of the main characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters so far, but really only like 4 of them are important. And then we've got like a bunch of just like plot word vomit. Like it's probably not even updated or useful at this point, but it, helped from the beginning. And then we dive into the chapters. That's how it works. And I also write my outline at the top of my draft, and I don't switch to a new document intentionally. So 1, I don't have to like fight with a blank document or the blank page, and 2, the information's right there in the document, so I don't have to like switch to a different document. I really like how it's all like in one stream of consciousness. I think it's a really good strategy if you are just starting out, so you don't get that frozen, like, oh my god, I'm starting a new thing. No, you're not. You're just continuing from the outline. Lots of good input. For Project Orbit, Zainab came up for the idea of it in April of last year, but didn't start actually writing it until August because those months in the middle were spent world building and stuff. Yeah. I feel like I'm the same way. Like I have to let an idea sit in my mind for a while. Like Project Fae, me and my partner came up with it sometime in November last year and started writing it February, I think the last day of February this year. It's documented the actual day on my Instagram because I made a story highlight for it. But sometime in February, that was when we started it. So I had to sit for a few months. Plancer. Yes, that's the word. And for this Vienna story, the characters are like new versions of the characters. Think kind of, that makes sense, like Avatar. So they're like reincarnations in a way. Dharma is definitely an outliner, but not married to your outline. I usually have to give my outline a major overhaul about halfway through the rough draft. So that kind of feels like you're a little bit of a discovery writer as well. Or at least you go in with a plan, and then you have to throw away the plan. Nina has a love-hate relationship with outlines. You adore character outlining and making mood boards and playlists, but often get stuck doing the chapter outlines. We need them to write. I can understand that. I would say I'm not like a mood board and playlist girly writer. Let's go with writer. But yeah, I relate to this. I don't always. And in fact, I didn't always write chapter outlines, but then my chapters had no direction, so I needed to write them. Misha does plot, but only once you've written the rough draft. Basically, like sit down and just write, then reread the draft and plot out everything you really liked, and then start again. There's a word for this. This is. I would call this pantsing and discovery writing at the same time, but then it's kind of reverse outlining from what you've done. So you write the story and then the outline. I think that's called reverse outlining. But it sounds like a good way to just get as many like ideas and just like get it out as soon as possible. Yeah, reverse outline. But Misha also draws by hand. So the story needs to go into the computer. So the rewrite is computer draft. Ooh, that's good. And it's plotted based on your rough draft. It's better because it's more streamlined. This is a good idea. This is a good idea. I have handwritten. Have handwritten is like it's a generous descriptor. Hold on, I got lost in the thoughts. We haven't done our 35-minute sprint yet, but we should do that soon so we can get into the later one as well. What was I saying? The very first book I tried to write was in middle school. And that was like, before like laptops were common to have when you're like 11, 12. So yeah, that was handwritten. And I remember having to like go back over. I may have said this in the last stream, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but like I had to write over the pencil because I would carry around in my backpack all the time, and the notebook would obviously like rub up against other things in my backpack or just get jostled, like go like this, and like the pages would obviously rub against each other, and the pencil, because I'm not a dark writer, like I don't write that darkly with pencil. So like I remember opening pages sometimes and having to like squint at the page trying to like save the words. But yeah, I definitely was not editing that story at all because it's in pencil, and like once I did it in pencil, like it's down. Like I can't edit it. I do remember erasing sometimes and like rewriting lines, but it was very unedited for a book. But yeah, I have fond memories of the notebook, and I do still have it. Not in my apartment in North Carolina. It is at my parents' house. I should probably get it one day. Lady Neo handwrites, and it is wild. It is wild. Because also when you write 13 pages from a chapter, it takes a while to type, and at the time you end up adding or taking things out. Well, hopefully you're like editing it and making it better as you type it. Laura has partially reverse outlined your paranormal romance. Whew, take a breath, Grace. Misha has to allow the story to breathe before you edit, so you draft in pen because you can't delete. I have to work with what I have, but I found that things you would have deleted are usually important to make the story work. So now you draft in full and know the important bits. And then the rewrite actually allows even more importance to show up. Wow. Seems that really works for you. So in a sense, the way you see it is like building up layers to a cake. You only reduce word counts right at the end. So would you call yourself an under or an overwriter with this method? And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get some water for a second, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm here. Water in hand, or I should say big cup in hand. That's good. Nice water. Water is so good, guys. Water is so good. You should also drink some water. Okay, I'm going to set up our third sprint. I think it's our third sprint. It feels like we've been on here. We haven't done the third sprint, right? Like I'm not misremembering this. Misha says, underwriter during the 2 drafting stages, but you're more interested in character and plot arcs during those stages, and then you add more detail during the structural and continuing editing stages. Makes sense. Good. We haven't done the third sprint. That's good. That's what I thought. Okay. Well, we should get on going so we can have this 35-minute writing sprint. Yeah. You guys ready? I'm ready. I forgot I was gonna make a snack. I'll make my snack. I'm so excited. Let's get the sprint started. Okay, here we go, guys. Hold on. How do I do this? Reset settings. 5 minutes. Okay. I will see you guys in 35 minutes. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, friends, that was the end of our third sprint. Tell me how y'all did. And also, if you hear a child, there's the window's open and they're like playing in the yard outside. I'm living above a family in Germany, so I'm in their like upstairs apartment. So like they also live here. So if you hear a child, that's what that is. But yeah, how did you guys do? I actually switched. Yes, we did have to say bye to Nina during that sprint, but that's all right. We soldier on. I actually switched projects during that sprint. So I had my snack, if in case you're wondering, I had pretzel bread and that avocado hummus, which was not what I expected it to taste like. And I can add that to the list of things that taste different in Germany. One is peanut butter. The number 2 is hummus. They're just different. They just make it different. And so after I did that, I switched projects actually because I feel like I'm at a maximum on Project Faye right now. Like I have do you guys hear the child? What was I saying? Oh yes. I've got a lot of Project Faye done, and I want to like wait until my partner can actually read it before I like get too far ahead in the story. So putting a pause on that, and I switched. I switched to Project Popstar, and I just started reading my outline, and I haven't done much. Misha did okay, formatted about 4 pages. A part of that was to build a big table and copy figures into it. Nice. Sounds tasty. The pretzel bread is always tasty here. Kitty, no, it's a child. You got 974 words. Wow, that's a lot. Woo, good job. So yeah, I like just barely am dipping my toes back into Project Popstar, and I'm hoping to figure out some more things in the outline for the next sprint. And speaking of next sprint, hold on, let me change that banner. We're not in that one. We're in this one. But first, we have to figure out our randomness for today, and I am pleased to present a brand new deck of cards for this evening, afternoon, morning occasion. This is a tractor company in Bavaria, which is the region of Germany I'm in, and these are the cards we are working with today. So for those of you, I'm going to close the window. Yes, the window is closing. Okay. For those of you who are new to my channel, new to my live streams, thank you guys so much for joining me. But here is something new, something you might not have seen before. And the way we pick our 4th and final sprint of these live streams is by drawing a card pull and doing that many minutes. So normally I do 4 cards because it's a 4th sprint. But as we have discovered during the last stream, not all card decks are created equal. And so this card deck does not have numbers like 1 through 6. So this is another like European card deck with 4 suits. It's got hearts, as you can see. I think these are leaves next, and then we have bells or ornaments, not sure, and then there are also acorns, so right there. And the numbers are specifically 7, 8, 9, 10. And then under night, overnight, and the king card. So for our purposes, we're going to count these as a jack, a queen, and a king card for 11, 12, and 13 minutes. And then we also have ace cards in this deck. So now it is up to you guys while I shuffle this brand new deck. Tell me how many cards you would like me to pull, bearing in mind that the average number of this card deck skews higher than a normal deck of cards. Normally I pull 4 and I end up with about 25 to 35 minutes of sprinting, but this deck, it could be at least 40 minutes if I pulled 4 cards. So let me know, how are we feeling? Long sprint or short sprint if you can't decide on a number of cards? Last time we pulled 5, and very luckily we only sprinted for 28 minutes, but that was because we pulled quite low. But I'm gonna have some shuffling to do, and this deck of cards is it's more ornate than the one we were using last stream. I think it's quite pretty. I'm trying to shuffle these in the way that you can see the back. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, these are also like plasticky cards, so they shuffle better. Although they are quite new, so it might take me a second. If anyone else wants to talk about what they did during the sprint, you are welcome to do so. How much would I like to sprint for the final one? I think I could do probably around 30 would be ideal for me. But I'm willing to do whatever the cards do because them's the rules. And we don't, unless in a very extreme circumstance, we gotta listen. We gotta listen to the cards because I'm not tempting fate like that. These cards also have like a smell. I can't really. They smell kind of like a printing press, like they've come off the printer. It's not a bad smell. It's just noticeable, and I thought I'd mention it. Ooh. They're very pretty. Like those leaves. Those. Oh wait, there is a 6. Okay, there is a 6. That means it goes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh wait, or is that a 9? Is this a 9? I think it's a 6. I know there's lore behind this game as well. Like there's this very specific game you play with this. I've forgotten what its name is, but it has to do with garden party and like courting and making matches. And I think that has like there are men and women on some of these cards, and so I think that's what that is about. But don't quote me on that. I might be completely wrong and have read a completely bogus article about what the heck these cards mean. Because before last week, I had not seen this type of card deck. I'd seen something similar. I have a deck of Spanish cards that I got in Mexico, but they had numbers 1 through 10 in it. And yeah, so basically I collect cards from places I go. This is actually my second one I've gotten while in Germany. The one I got last week was from Prague because I visited Prague. And they were like a similar vibe. to this deck of cards. And I know my shuffling is not like, this is not it. This is not ideal. This is a horrible way to shuffle cards in general. But I don't want to bend the cards, and my hands are tiny, so I can't very well do like the fold this way and shuffle them. So we struggle on the struggle bus. Project Popstar, I guess I can talk a little bit about that. And I see no one has commented how many cards you want me to pull. So unless you guys speak, I'm pulling 3 cards to try to get me that 30 minutes. Just waiting to confirm or deny. Speak now or hold your peace. I want to talk a little bit about Project Popstar. This project has been through it. I started this project nano of 2021. I don't think I got that. I think I got around 35,000 words into it, which is a good chunk. But then later, and it definitely wasn't that year, but it was in 2022, I restarted it in an entirely new experimental format because I realized, oh, you know what? I want to do it this way. I want to be extra and try to do it like this, which is really cool, but it's also very difficult because it's a lot of things to consider, a lot of moving parts, a lot of perspectives going on. This book is about, on the surface, a band. It's called Project Popstar. It's about a pop star. It's about a singer and how she got entangled, or how more accurately a girl got entangled with this pop star. Who's not really a pop star, but that's neither here nor there. And what that did to the band itself, the record company, and the lives around both this girl who used to be the main character, which is not anymore because I've inserted the narrator as the main character. So it's a bit confusing. So yeah, there's a bunch of like drama with the record company and like something I'm calling the incident. And, you know, it's everything that happened before the incident and everything that happened after the incident, and how various people in this narrative managed to rebuild their lives or fail to rebuild their lives, basically like the before and after of this huge thing that happens in the middle of the book, and like why it turned out to be a huge thing. And hopefully, like, I don't know, it's meant to be like a gossipy, like inside scoop into how the music industry works. And there's TikTok in it, and there's queer characters in it. There's, what else does it have? Songs. I wrote songs in it, although I haven't written any new songs, and they were probably like really outdated at this point. I need to go back and look at them. But yeah, it's nice. It's really fun. Well, I mean, it's not fun yet. The ego boost I'm gonna have for when I finally finish Project Popstar, and if I ever finish it, like that is what is keeping me going, honestly, because this project is the most difficult project I've ever tried to conquer, tried to write, tried to even imagine. And I had no idea when I was starting that it would turn into this. And I'm in over my head because there's so much to handle and so many things like I feel like I have to nail in order for this book to work and for people to like care about it. So yeah, that's what I'm working with when I say Project Popstar. It's really a beast of a novel, quite messy, but I hope I will have fun with it in the future instead of intimidation. Try to reframe the narrative. I'm not intimidated. I'm excited by it. And Misha says 3 works for me. So that also works for me. I'm going to pull 3 cards. So let me cut the deck. And we will flip over 3 cards and see what we're going with. If I shuffle this right, they will not be consecutive suits or consecutive numbers. I don't remember which order this deck came in, but let's find out how long or how short we're going to be sprinting. Ooh, okay. A 10, 10 of hearts. Look how beautiful this art is. And this is just like a plain card. It's so nice. Look how colorful. The red is so red. Looks a little Christmassy. So nice. So 10. Oh, it looks like, wait, no. I think this is shuffled because this is under Knight of Bells, I think. And just look how detailed this card is. Like the outfit. Why am I not writing this in Project Faye? And like the sabers, those are great. So like this is 21 minutes. I can count. Okay, and final card. I was gonna say I'm hoping for a, but I don't know what I'm hoping for. Okay. This is the 9 of bells. So we are gonna sprint for exactly 30 minutes. Wow. Did I plan that? No, but it's kind of neat. Okay, we are gonna be sprinting for 30 minutes. Look at those cards. So colorful, so Christmassy, so nice. Okay, let me set up this timer for 30-minute sprint. I am so, that's not right. I am so excited for how this turned out. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream. And as we enter our final sprint, I encourage you to use this time to do a final push of productivity for the project you are working on today. Just a last little push before you take a break after this. You're totally good, Zainab. I'm glad you got into flow. Flow is way more important than engaging in the comments. I'm glad you're still here. And we're going to have our last and final sprint of the day. Yeah. And I will probably, most likely, be streaming here again next Sunday. I will have a little outro after this sprint, but if you have to pop off during this sprint, thank you for being here, and I wish you the best of luck in all your projects and endeavors. Okay, let's get to writing in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, that was the end of our fourth and final sprint. I will give you a second to rejoin us. Yeah, how was that for you guys? I am finding my final banner of the evening. It is 5. Oh, it's almost 6 o'clock. Almost 6 o'clock here where I am. But yeah, I was reading over my outline for Project Popstar, and I wanted to write a synopsis kind of thing. I did a lot of thinking, a lot of staring into space, just thinking about this project, as well as just doing a little. I was trying to write a synopsis, but I think I ended up writing a blurb because I don't actually know the ending yet, and so it didn't really come out as a synopsis. I only also got like 200 words, which isn't a full synopsis yet. Didn't even put the ending in it. But yeah, that's how it went for me. Went pretty good for Zainab, almost 11. I'm ready for a nap. Ooh, a nap sounds so good. So good right now. I can only, or not only, but like I normally take naps, if I take naps, in the evenings, like 4 to 8 p.m. Not continuously for 4 hours, but like that's my window. If I wanted to take a nap, it would be during that time. Yeah, but you should take a nap in the mid-morning if that feels good to you. Misha's on page 53. Very good. You were on page 40 something last time. And now you're on 53. That's good. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do after this stream? I'm going to play Legend of Zelda. Misha keeps fiddling with the table and wasting some time. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, this is a really, really good stream. Thank you guys for entertaining and engaging with me in the comments. And that, well, the chat really, but comments too, if you're watching the replay. Yeah, these streams are even better when I get people ask me questions, talking to me, answering my questions. Yeah, it's a good time, and I thank you for your interaction today. I guess I will give my little pitch as we draw the stream to a close. My name's Grayson. If you don't know that by now, it's probably because you haven't been looking at the screen. But hello, I am Grayson. I write YA, and I have 3 videos filmed, or is it 2? I have at least 2 videos filmed. Definitely going to be back to posting next week. It's just a matter of time, like finding the time to actually finish editing them. But I do have some content that will be coming out soon. I also need to film my monthly wrap-up video for June. But yeah, I post writing vlogs on this channel. I do live streams on the weekends currently. I used to do them on Fridays when I was in the United States, and that will probably return, update sometime when I'm not in Germany anymore. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say. I will probably be doing another live stream next Sunday at this time, but the best way to keep yourself updated with that is to subscribe to this channel, so they will appear in your subscription feed as soon as the inbox. But it's not really an inbox, is it? Or you can just turn on notifications, and that would also work. I don't need to tell you how YouTube works, though. You probably know how YouTube works. So yeah, also like check my community tab to see like for sure when I'm going to be streaming, because I normally update you guys just like before I do it. Oh, you're welcome, Zainab. I have so much fun. They're so like energizing for me. I really do enjoy it, and I'm glad you enjoy it too. And yeah, I will thank you guys so much for coming. I'm gonna play the outro clip. Thank you guys so much. Can I say thank you another time? But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.